Big developing story, pending public corruption cases involving Harris County Judge Lina Hidalgo's office will now be investigated and prosecuted by the Texas Attorney General's office, not by the DA.
These cases date all the way back to 2021, and they involve allegations that 3 senior members of Judge Hidalgo's staff illegally steered an $11 million contract for COVID vaccine outreach. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is live at the Harris County Criminal Courthouse this afternoon, and he explains what all of this means. Bryce?
Candace and Bill, Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg says her decision to get the Attorney General's office involved is to protect the public's interest and trust in government. She started today's announcement by saying that people hate public corruption, but already this afternoon she's being accused by some of making this move to further what they call political gamesmanship. Ogg, who lost her bid for re-election last month, will be out of the district attorney's office by the end of this year. And her opponent, Sean Tier, who's projected to be the next district attorney, said during the campaign he would recuse the office from these cases involving Judge Hidalgo's indicted staffers and then hand those cases over to a neighboring district attorney's office. That's why DA Ogg says she turned to the Attorney General's office, which also has jurisdiction over certain types of public corruption cases.
Tier sought and received the enthusiastic political endorsement of the Harris County judge whose office is at the center of the controversy and ongoing criminal investigation. All of this raises the specter of fixing cases for political support. This is no way to prosecute public corruption. It is the same type of conflict of interest that undermines the public's confidence in our justice system. We cannot have one.
Now, Ogg says this is not a recusal of her office, but she says at the end of the day, it'll be the state attorney general's office making final decisions on how these cases move forward. She says she wants these cases heard by a jury, and with about 8 months left in her term, she says that's plenty of time to get to trial. This afternoon, Harris County Commissioner Rodney Ellis has responded to this move, calling it, quote, the culmination of a career that will be remembered more for vindictive political investigations than public safety. Of course, we have reached out to Judge Hidalgo's office as well as Sean Tier. Right now, we're still waiting for their responses. Candace and Bill.
All right, thanks, Bryce. But I do want to ask you a question. We know that you've already been getting some legal analysis on all of this. You've been talking to our legal expert, Brian Weiss. What is he making of all of this?
Yeah, Candace, he actually listened to this announcement as it was made, and he told me he'd be shocked if any of these cases see a courtroom before the end of this year. He says that there's bad blood, politics at play, and this really is not the last that we'll hear of all this.
This isn't a coincidence. As soon as Sean Tier, who beat her handily in the primary and is the presumptive Harris County DA in 2025, announced that he would recuse the office and send them, as the law permits, to an adjoining DA's office, I think that Kim recognized that she wanted to make sure that her DNA was on these cases, or that she had a final say in how they were resolved.
And we're still gathering responses as well as that analysis. We'll have much more on KPRC2 News at 6. For now, we're live downtown. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC2 News.
Okay, Bryce, thanks for bringing us up to date on that. That is a very big case.